Hare Krishna. Do you have everybody here or are we still missing somebody? I hope everybody is here. So we'll have I need some interaction. Can somebody say that if they can hear me or they're hearing me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Most of them are joined. So,
Okay, thank you. So we'll have the pranams mantra and then we'll do the intro of this course and hear from you what you are expecting to get out of this course. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Grim Yat Kripatadam Bande Shri Gurum Dentaranam Pramananda Madhvam Shri Chaitanya Iswaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pacharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चात देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 नाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय एसेंबल भक्तविंद की जय हरे कृष्णा. So I'm really sorry. I knew that time is going to change, but I didn't pay attention to it until last minute. And then I thought that we are going to start at 7:30, which is 8:30, according to the time change. So I'm so sorry for that. But maybe from next Sunday, we will get on time. So this course, Sudh Bhakti Chintamani, is extremely powerful course. And you will see the contents of this course in the next slide. We are planning to start this, and this is for everybody, for one who is little seasoned and matured in their Krishna consciousness, and also for those who are beginners in Krishna consciousness. This is one of our service all of us have to do to make sure that the teaching and mood and mission that is given by our acharyas are retained in future 50, 100 years down the line. When our kids and grandkids are exposed to this teaching, we have to make sure that they are getting the same message as our acharyas, especially Srila Prabhupada, six Goswamis, and all the way up to Mahaprabhu wanted to deliver it to people. So there would be multiple topics, such as if you look at the title of Bhagavad Gita that we normally follow, it says Bhagavad Gita as it is. So what is the meaning of as it is? In Jaya Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur very nicely gives the explanation. What is as it is? And then devotional services. Normally Prabhupada translated bhakti as devotional service. This is very unique translation. Bhakti normally is devotion, but our acharyas translated as devotional services. So what is the importance of this service word? There are many foundational discussions between acharyas, and we'll try to cite some of those. Why service is very important, why it's extremely important, and how to see that. And then on the path of bhakti, it's very, very important that we have some calibration. We say sravanam and then mananam and then nididhyasnam. Sravanam means hearing, and mananam is introspection, which is calibration. So sarvanam, mananam, nididhyasnam. Nididhyasnam is practical application of the teaching that we are receiving. So day in, day out, we are hearing, we are going to Sunday feast, we are associating with devotees. But are we really getting in the right direction? It's very, very important. One of the example is given that if you are driving on the highway, does not necessarily means that you are heading towards your goal. You could be driving in the wrong direction. An example is given that from my house, if I go to temple, I go on 40 east, EG. Very quickly I can get to temple. But if I start driving on the wrong direction, 40 west, then I have to make entire loop, or I might not even get to the temple. So it's very, very important that bhakti is the highway. This is the very fast and quick process to deliver living entity at the feet of Krishna. Quickest path. And many of you have studied Bhagavad Gita, the ladder of yogas, and you are teaching even to others. Outcome of that is how to do your devotional service so that by end of this life we go back to Krishna. Prabhupada requested all of his all of his disciples that be sincere and serious. These two words, sincere and serious, sincere and serious, sincere and serious, and try to make this life your last life. So that teaching is still is applicable to us. We have to make sure that this is our last life. If we believe in everything that has been taught by acharyas and how to perform devotion which are pure. I remember Vidura and Maitreya when they're talking. Maitreya Muni is saying that a pure devotee knows the time, place, and circumstances, and he can adjust surroundings so that he can perform pure devotion. So we'll look at some of those citations. Also, there are multiple publications, and one of them is by Bhakti Vigyan Swami Maharaj. The title of that presentation is How Not to Make ISKCON as a Religion, or How Not to Make ISKCON a Religious Organization. Now, do you have problem with it? We'll have to get through it. We'll have to understand. So, what is the problem with religion as such versus what is the mood that Acharya wanted us to retain and act on? That article will very nicely give us the clarity. What are the issues with religion? Prabhupada and our other acharyas have very strongly said that Krishna consciousness is a science, it's not a religion. So we'll understand what is the meaning of science versus what are the uh, problems, cons with religion. And then there are obstacles on the path of bhakti. There are some spoken obstacles, and many of those you can hear in Nectar of Devotions and other writing, pros and cons, as we call it. So there are some cons, some activities or few activities that we should never do. So those are spoken obstacles, but there are some unspoken obstacles also that you and I normally don't talk, but we are seeing it. It's very important, extremely, extremely, extremely important subject for sadhaka to understand that what is that unspoken obstacles that lingers, that persist, that is that is existing, but we are not talking about it. It's very, very important. We need to be very aware to ensure that I'm not the carrier of that particular obstacles that is prohibiting my growth in Krishna consciousness. And then finally, we'll depict the life of few acharyas, especially six Goswamis, to understand how they did how they did everything and how critically they presented the pure devotion to the society. Now I can tell you one thing for sure that when six Goswamis were on this planet, their life was very simple. They were residents of Vrindavan. At that time, Vrindavan was forest. Life was very, very challenging, not very opulent the way you see now. Now we go to many places, which are the places of the six Goswamis. But at that time, it was not the opulent. So how they survived, how they lived, and they still lived here, that they had interaction with big, big kings and personalities at that time. It was Mughal emperor. So how did they manage everything? Their life is perfect, perfect, perfect example. One of the things that I have noticed and many of us are seeing is that people do not know the lineage, what lineage we belong to. And what that does is it doesn't give the spark, doesn't give the enthusiasm. When we hear, when we know that we are grandsons of six Goswamis, Vasudev Ghosh, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Das, Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj, Shri Bhangeswara Prabhupada, and who they were, what did they do, then you'll feel like that, yes, yes, we are on the right path, and you'll feel that you are receiving the energy that you need to receive to stay strong. Because their lives are examples. So there are multiple topics like that I plan to talk. It's going to be very enriching. I'm not going to follow particular book. Rather, I will draw the essential learning from many books that are written by our acharyas and present. So first few classes are going to be like that. And then if I see that you all are interested to hear more, know more about it, then we'll talk about Manasiksha, or there is a book, Unspoken Obstacles on the Path of Bhakti by Bhakti Purna Swami Maharaj. So we'll read some of those books and it will help you a lot. So one of the very important thing that is existing is weeds, the concept of weeds. This is very, 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 very prominent concept, very, very powerful concept, that in a paddy field, when we are supplying the fertilizers, the weeds are also growing in the same rate. And you can see that there is paddy here and there are some weeds. And it doesn't appear that they are different than the actual crop, actual paddy that we are nourishing to. What is the outcome? What is the result? Completely different result. This concept has been spoken at many places in our scripture. But again, how much it is being conceived, how much we implement that, that is still open question for us. So for sure, there are weeds, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what stage of Krishna consciousness you are in. We are dealing with Lord's Bhaya Shakti, goodness, passion, and ignorance. And it's sinusoidal, ups and down, ups and down, ups and down, ups and downs. And we are dealing with these weeds. Sometimes it appears that it's bhakti. It's very, very important, extremely, extremely, extremely important that we know what is bhakti and what is not bhakti. So there are three major buckets. First bucket is the people who are of the sansaric world, samsara, material minded people. And their goal is sukha pravritti, dukha nivritti. So they will justify right or wrong based upon what is going to give them happiness and what is the cause of sorrow. They will try to avoid everything that is cause of sorrow. That's samsaric material minded personalities. Their most of their decision making, their mind, intelligence, and false ego are acting on that basis. What will promote me? What will make me powerful person? How can I be known? These are very subtle in some sense. So sukha pravriti, dukha nivriti, that is the very, very sense oriented, sensual pleasure oriented goals. And majority of the population are very much captured with that type of approach. Then higher than that is dharmasya anukulasya adharmasya vivarjanam. What they do, higher people. So there is ordinary material minded people. Then higher than that are categories of those people who are very religious, very dharmic. We have to do this, we have to do that. They appear that they are very they are very auspicious. They are doing things which are very auspicious. And what is their criteria? Follow dharma. Whatever is dharma, they will follow it. And whatever is adharma, they will not follow it. And one of the simple example is meat eating. They would know that, oh, we should not eat meat. Should not eat meat. It's adharma. Taking bath. They regularly take bath. So Srila Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion talks about that there is a mukhya anga, primary anga of bhakti, and then there is secondary anga of bhakti. So secondary limbs of the bhaktis are important, but the real bhakti is primary angas. So some of this activity that they do, which are aligned with dharmic teaching, may appear that it is a bhakti, but the definition of bhakti is anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya vivarjanam. Whatever is going to favor Krishna, that one should be determined to do, and whatever is against bhakti, that should be rejected. So, on the stage of pure devotion, anukul or pratikul are determined based upon what is favorable for your devotion that are going to please Krishna. So, in bhakti, objective is very clear. It's all about pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But on dharmic stage, it's not. So it may appear, again, we'll zoom in, we'll give you some more examples to understand. It may appear that we are doing some some dharmic activity, thinking that this is devotion. Example is charity, philanthropic activity that you see. No, Daridri Narayan hai. Those are not the teaching given by our acharyas, not the teaching. This is not, very clearly said that this is not bhakti. Yes, compassion. Now, as I said very clearly, that should we do this, should we not do this? Time, place, and circumstances. You have to know your maturity in Krishna consciousness. You have to have the right person. Always work under the guidance of a person who can show you what is to be done, what is not to be done. So sometimes it appears or it may happen that the weeds will come across like it's bhakti. It's like original crop, which it is not. So that's why this self-calibration tool, Mananam, is very important because Mananam help you understand that what you are doing is bhakti or it is not a bhakti. So this concept of weed, we'll keep on talking about it. It's very, very important to know that there are weeds that exist. And if you are sincere and serious, we'll talk. Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Alok has very nicely explained. What is the meaning of being serious and what is the meaning of being sincere? Serious and sincere. What exactly it means? What exactly it mean? So we'll talk about some of those things as we get into the depth of this course. So just wanted to quickly summarize that I'm not going to follow a particular book. Rather, I would draw the essential learning from multiple books and multiple themes from Srimad Bhagavatam or Manasiksha. Manasiksha will be one of the books that I'm going to be talking a lot, Madhurya Kadambini and other books. I'll just pull out some beautiful theme and I'll just focus on that particular theme, that what is the lesson that's coming from that particular theme. Now, again, you would say that, Prabhu, don't you think that we have to know the entire book? That's also 100% correct. But again, uh, it will take a lot of time to go through all of these things. Like, for example, what is as it is? What are the unspoken obstacles on the path of bhakti? we have to read the entire book. We can do that. But my intent at this point is to just focus on particular theme that will help us understand that particular concept that you and I are looking for. And then if you have questions, if you need more clarity, then we'll go and uh, study in a very deeper way. Very, very important to understand the mood and teaching of our Brahmada Gauriya Sampradaya. Not to say that there are not bona fide teaching, that is not the purpose, that is not the intent. But at least all of us have given our life to the teaching of Sri Venkateswara Prabhupada. No doubt about it. You all have given your lives. So we need to understand how does it differentiate from other teaching and what exactly they wanted us to do. We'll talk about uh, those. And then we'll look at some of the Vaishnava songs. Those songs are basically extremely, extremely powerful and abstractive, learning, So when many of you know that you write 10 page and then the content of the entire 10 page, you can write as abstract 10 lines. And the 10 lines will tell that what is in rest of the article. That's how the peer-reviewed research paper professors and anybody else who are publishing, they do. There is abstract, then there is introduction, then material and methods, result and discussion, and finally conclusions like that. So this whole thing that you are going to see, they can put in a very short format, concise format, and that's abstractive learning. So these songs are like that. Some of the songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vasudeva Ghosh, Narottam Das Thakur has written, my dear devotees, extremely, extremely, extremely powerful, very direct message, direct message. You know, like this Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj has taken some of those too and uh, talked about it. Like Ami to Tomar, Tumi to Amar, or what are the core concept of pure devotion? There are 8 uh, core concept: Tuchikritam, humility, then Krishna Kam, Krishna Nam, Krishna Dham. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj has spoken on this a lot. What is the deity of a devotee? Krishna Kam, Krishna Nam, Krishna Dham. So these are coming from the songs. These are basically somewhere in the songs. Our acharyas have just talked about it. So we'll try to also take few songs and understand the deeper meaning of that. And then we'll try to focus application of principles than the principle. We all are seasoned devotee. Many I see all the participants there. We know a lot. If I ask you to talk about particular subject, you can talk. But the application of that particular, how to put that particular learning in an application, it's extremely, extremely, extremely important. Very, very important. Expression, you know. And one of the things is that services is not anything else but your expression of love towards Krishna. It's just direct connection between the person who is performing service to Krishna. And then we also look at some of the biography of Vaishnava Acharyas and how did they taught us particular concept. And then also, as I said, that will have few specific lessons from Jaya Dharma, Manasiksha, or Madhurya Kadamini, etc. So I would like to basically next part of this discussion, I would like to hear from you that what you are expecting out of this course. Please start from top. Know you have joined this course early morning. Appreciate that. But are you expecting certain thing that Prabhu from this discussion I want to get out of? I want to get out of XYZ. I want to know XYZ. I want to learn this thing. Is there any particular expectations? Because I need to know that also in the beginning before I start talking about it. At least I personally think that this is going to be very enriching. You'll hear some of the stuff that normally we don't hear or talk about. So let's start from top. I see here Amaradhika Mataji, what you were expecting from this course? Can you talk about it? And then everybody else, please take your turn 2 minutes. You don't have to turn your camera on. You can just talk. Are you expecting something or what is expectations you have from this course?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranams Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for sharing like the course overview. The topics are very, appealing, very inspiring to know more about it. So I'm looking forward to know more about like our sampradaya and about pure devotional service, Prabhu.
Thank you. So we'll take turn. Please, devotees, unmute yourself and share what you are expecting from this course so that I would know the expectation also. That will help me and
Hare
design
Krishna,
this content. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhu. Yeah, as Amaradhika said, I'm also interested to learn more about like a nectar of devotion from the nectar of devotion, deep understanding from nectar of devotion of Rupa Goswami. I did in my Bhakti Shastri course little bit. I don't know how much I retain, but I want to also learn more deep knowledge about it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So
Yeah.
want to learn more about, like pure devotional service, like what we are doing is a pure devotional service or not. So I need to understand more about what we are doing, the pure devotional service.
Okay. Thank you. Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I joined this club, but it sounds definitely something that every one of us should be knowing. Because we get so much engrossed into services, and then we don't really know what we are doing is right or wrong. And the reflection part is definitely, calibration part is definitely going to be very insightful for us to see. Are we, though we are all qualified, we are all calling ourselves as devotees, myself specifically, but it's are we really, um, eligible for even to call us ourselves like this? I think this will be a good way to for us to understand from the topics that you mentioned, Prabhu. Thank you for taking time and doing this for us. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna. Hare Bol.
Prabhu, like everyone mentioned, I think everyone has covered a lot of points. I also wanted to, kind of closely understand very, ardent devotees like bhaktas in the past who have connected with Krishna. How they have done it. What are the obstacles, as you mentioned. There are always obstacles. And what are that and how that has been overcome. So those kind of things. It's something I'm looking forward to learn, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Who is next?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol, Anjan Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the introduction. One very important things that I have learned today, like weeds and paddy field examples. So, I am doing chanting, but I know they're not in the stage, so that means something going on inside. So to unravel those obstacles, I think this course will help me, like Madhurya Kadamini and Nectar of Devotion. So
Thank you, Anjan Prabhu. Who is next?
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Oh,
Dandavat.
Haribol Mataji, Dandot Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. So as all devotees said, and you also mentioned, I want to know more about Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya and the Bhaktas who have appeared in our Gaudiya Sampradaya and how they have performed the devotional service, exactly their mood. And because at present, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So at present, many things mainly can be diluted, the mood we do not understand how they have performed, and of course considering the time, circumstances and context, many things have to change, but certain things we also have to preserve, as you mentioned that our grandchildren, what they will learn from our sampradaya teaching. So I want to know how they have performed, what is their exact authentic mood in the Brahma Mata Gauriya Sampradaya. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Who is next?
Hare Krishna Prabhu and
Oh,
Pranam.
Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone said so. Yeah, particularly we don't know because most of the time you always is to follow the acharyas and all, right, Prabhu? I think yesterday also we discussed the format what to follow while we are teaching the Bhagavata Mandal. So these are just I'm giving the example. So there are many things where we don't know just we are doing. So maybe I'm hoping this course helps for everything. How exactly need to do? Maybe for some time, maybe according to the current rules, maybe we may discuss how that will be done also, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Who is left?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, just like as Shanta Mataji said, wanted to know the mood of our acharyas and to know more about our sampradaya and deep philosophy. And that's it, Prabhu. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranams.
Haribol.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, for our next generation, what we can carry or what the message that we can pass, right? It's again, I mean, so just trying to learn more about, I mean, how we can understand their mood and then how we can uh, probably at least apply in our lives, at least little bit, if not completely, but and then so how we can pass on that message to the next generations, our kids or whoever it could be, but just trying to understand those essence of our acharyas.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Who is left over? Garyan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Oh, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare.
Prabhu, I never sat and thought about, what I'm doing is right or wrong. It's just becoming like a run of the mill. You're doing whatever little things you've grasped from other devotees, and you just think that is bhakti and keep on moving. As your slides were going through, I'm thinking in the old times, it's the disciple goes to a spiritual master and get trained, and then that's how they apply and move forward. But for us, that process is not there. At least for me, I personally will say that I was given this mercy by some disciple of Srila Prabhupada through their followers, and then I took up something and I'm practicing something, but there is no measure against which I am comparing and saying, am I doing the right thing? So like all the other devotees said, it's going to be a eye-opening exercise that you're trying to do here to help us. Thank you for taking time to do this and trying to help us and guide in the right path.
Awesome, Prabhu. You said very well that there was before education system. So education system is also something that I'm going to talk. that how the system has deteriorated over the time. So education system and how we should educate people. What is the real education? So I have, in fact, as many of you know, that I'm very engaged overall in ISKCON to set up the education system. And I took this service also, asked that, let me help you all with the format of education. So yes, education system is very, very important. And I have a beautiful collection from our scripture that I'll share with all of you. So I can tell you for sure that looking and hearing all of the input that you all gave, for sure it's very demanding task. Trying to answer all of these questions in a very literal way, the way Acharya have said, it needs a lot of research, finding the substance wherever it is and presenting it. So this is going to be definitely a very demanding discussions, but each and every discussions will be customized to answer. And also this will help me in future to do this type of service for this institute. Because it's very, very important that amidst all of that's going on, we retain the main teaching that is given to us by our Acharya. That has to be retained. I know that there are a lot of things that even I have to do, and we are doing it. But at the end of the day, how to preserve the pure devotion, the bhakti. You know, what was the teaching of Lord Himself to Brahma? What Brahma taught, what Krishna taught it to Dhruv Maharaj. Those are the very important and powerful theme for us to abstract learning. Thank you so much. So I think we have only Garyan Prabhu left. Prabhu, are you there?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, able to hear me, Prabhu, or still my
Yeah,
voice?
I can hear you now very well. At least I can hear you.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for your initiation of this class. I wanted to know more about, as everyone has already covered, more like Venu Prabhu's thought is mine too. Whatever what I'm doing, is it right or wrong? I do not know. Doing some service, some things here and there, but I'm not channelized. I feel. So hope your class streamlines my thoughts and the service I'm doing, is it right or wrong. So that's one thing. And second thing is about the gurus. I want to know acharyas more. So that's the other one, Prabhu. That is all, Prabhu. Thank you very much for your introductional class. It's very hope it would be more enriching for all of us. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Is anybody left, or are we done with everybody? I think we are done with everybody. Thank you so much. So next class, I'm going to talk about evolution of consciousness. Okay, what are the different types of consciousness, and what is the meaning of the consciousness? We are one of this. A little bit talked about that in my Bhakti Sastra course or Bhakti Vaibhava course, one of those. So we'll talk about what are the evolution of consciousness, how the consciousness is evolving, because we are trying to be Krishna conscious. That's the goal, right? We are trying to be Krishna conscious. And also we talk a lot about personalist versus impersonalist. So what exactly is that? Some part of, that can be discussed here, and remaining will talk in future classes. So I just want to give you the glimpse that we'll start with this slide and a little bit talk about our consciousness. That will help us understand where exactly we are today and where we have to go from now. We'll talk about it. So with that, can we pause here today? I think it's already 8:45, I believe. Sorry, my clocks are still showing the wrong time. So can we pause here? What do you all think? Or you want to hear a little bit more? Tell me, somebody, please. Should we pause or?
We can pause here for today.
Okay. So let's pause here. Please take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Let others also know about this course. Now, this is definitely, I'm trying my best to present to you, and others should also get benefit from this. This is definitely powerful. They will hear. The more they hear, the more they can learn, and at least their goals are set right. So thank you so much. Vanch kalpat tarubhyasya kripa sindhu vyayavasya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo Sambal Bhaktavind ki jai. Dandot pranams to everybody. Thank you. Hare Krishna. See you
Dandot.
Hare
next
Krishna. Thank you,
Sunday.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare